Frankenstein, we find your ideas to be an affront to all that is moral and decent.
Madness, folly, insanity. Little minds have belittled my dream. But might it be the greatest triumph man has ever seen? Within the flesh a force resides. If it could only be controlled, if sleeping sparks could somehow be revived, think of the awe-inspiring power we would hold. I want the world to see where brave research and bold experiments have led. Electricity's the key to reanimate the dead. I could spare the world the anguish of loved ones taken in their prime. The glory of a brave new world will someday soon be mine. Immortal soul, our inner being, does it endure, does it perish with the flesh? In my hands, I'll hold the answer and the power of life and death. Mecca of science, give me the means to walk where none have trod. I'll discover the secret between the alchemist and God.
It is nearly finished. I have fashioned him great in size to make easier the handiwork. He will be approximately 8 feet in height and comprised of only the most finely formed limbs and organs. Exceedingly perfect. And if I succeed in breathing life into this new creation, might I not also one day be able to restore life to those claimed by death? The time, 12:48 a.m., November 16th. The storm is nearing its zenith. The moment is at hand.
Prometheus dead, is still fire from gods to lift mankind from sorrow. And just as that myth, my mission is this, to write a new tomorrow. My endless days of study and toil are finally near fruition. The world will be forever changed by history's position. Life everlasting, reanimation of flawless new design. The finest human in all creation, body, bone, and mind. The storm will peak and the heavens part to fire my preparation. The needed shock to start his heart, giving birth to my creation. Darkness is done, a new day has come.
everyone, my name is Notepad Anon, and I write games for fun, so what are we doing today? So we're going to be working on the initial bit of Project Summoner today. Now, I've had a few ideas rocking around in my mind about how to actually do this game, but I think I've come up with at least a starting pitch. Is it perhaps the best? No, I don't want to really commit fully to the idea, but I want to steal quite a bit. There will be serial numbers filed off. And that series is going to be Gene Forge. Now, for those who don't know, Summoner is going to be a game, my attempt to A, fix summoning rules, and B, make a Mon game. Because, strangely enough, we see a lot of games with the idea of, oh, well, here you can have your personal Pokemon or not Pokemon. And you end up with either very crunchy games or you end up with just trying to emulate a certain thing. So I kind of want to make one that's a little bit more generic and a little bit more open and easier math-wise to do. So I already kind of started some of the little initial bits. So today we're just going to be going through this, just making sure everything is Gucci. Everything's Gouda. So, summoners something to be connected but still unique. Combat needs to be fast punch to accommodate multiple actors. And honestly, setting agnostic, but a system of counters to actually make switching out a viable option. So I should say is a worthwhile option. And so what does this all mean? So if I'm going to take my yellow notes here. So let's actually see. Actually put these right here. To be act as a method of quote point buy for your various creations. One of the ideas I want to get across is that every single individual creature that you make is your creature. And it's something that you invested time and effort into making, that it really says, hey, this is something that I made. This is my creation. I think that's going to be the hardest part right there. I'm just going to do the point by and just doing all the various options. I think, yeah, that's going to be, going to be the main crux of this entire endeavor. A big list of abilities and parts to connect to the beastie. Possibly a grid system, possibly a grid system, AP system to encourage maneuvers and flanking. Stick with the bare minimum in regards to elements, but may add in some unique ones for fun. But even I'm going to go for the Gene Forge idea is I want to make sure that people have... Every beast is unique, but also every beast makes sense. In addition to everything else, which is going to be a little bit more complicated. I'm also drinking tonight, so you know, it should be good luck. I mean, what help? I think we should all be drinking at this point. Thank you, Yomuro 1022. Welcome to the crew, I guess. I don't have a cool name. I'm sorry. I don't have a cool name to call everyone, and I don't think being called the Notepads is very cool, or being called the Pads. That just sounds wrong and bad in like multiple ways, so I just don't want to say that, but welcome aboard. We're all cool here. So let's see. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask, as always. Primordial Goop point by big list of abilities. Possibly making the quote master the central king figure of the equation, with being weak but valuable. Which also I should add. Mons are expendable. But you still want to keep them alive. Still want to keep them alive. How I want to do that, I don't know yet. But I want to encourage that. If anything... chess themes? Question mark. Blame Frederick Knudsen. Don't know English, huh? What's your home language? If you're up this late, you're either... You wouldn't be Asiatic. You might be Asiatic. Or you're just a midnight writer in Europe. Give me a better idea of what you're working with here. I've also taught English before, so don't worry about that. I just need to know the base language. There you go. I'll just leave that up there. Fascinating world of English. God, if you want to learn English. You type it pretty well. I can give you that much. Key thing about any time you're teaching someone a new language, you got to figure out where they stand. What's their original language? 2 reasons. More Asian tongues have a bad tendency of having the verb-noun relationship being a bit different. Well, European Romance languages have feminized / masculine words. God, we're not even... Spanish. Okay. If you're at this, I should ask... Spanish is one of those very complicated languages to teach, but also incredibly simple at the same time, depending on where you're from. Because if you're speaking, God, I'm terrible at Spanish. I know Chinese. Mexican. All right. I mean, if anything, you are typing well. See, the thing is, what I'm hearing is, you can read English. Either you can't understand what I'm saying because I'm speaking in slurred, but that's also because of all the alcohol. Or my linguistics is a little bit thick, but I'm getting that a lot. But let's see. Big list of abilities and parts that connect to the beastie. Probably going to... I need something here. I can't figure out what it is. Hi, Distara. We are working on the preliminary notes of Project Summoner. Yeah, let's see what Google Translate. Let's see, how's that? There we go. As you can tell, I'm very confident when it comes to my Spanish. Yes, our fellow, the other fellow in the chat here, Yomaro, speaks Spanish. And he asked me if I can teach him a little. And I understand how to teach English. But Spanish is one of those interesting languages that's a little bit difficult to understand. Yeah. So, fun and exciting adventures, as you can see, my game design stream where I am drinking my Ohio City Oatmeal Stout. Type in the correct, and we want to Control C.
juegos de mesa, como Dungeons and Dragons.
No, I do not. As this stream is, as you can see in the tags, in English. I do not speak Spanish. I know how to teach English fairly well, but there needs to be a actually that's glorious English stream. But to start to ask you some questions, what the current fun, exciting things that I'm working with Summoner is, what I'm gonna do is, if we look here, one of the key things that people were wanting me to do was make a custom game, a custom monster making method. And I'm like, all right, simple enough to do. And that got me thinking, I'm like, what game really does monster making? And the only really game that came to mind was Geneforge. And Geneforge, I don't know if you've ever heard of Geneforge before, but it was an early 2000s game. Very interesting concepts. Janky game, but most games back then were. But janky games are great. But one of the key things about that is that you can summon for things called creations, and they will fight for you, do things for you, and help you out generally. Now, I'm stealing... I'm worried what that means. But what I'm going for, more than anything, is a method for characters to design their characters, and in turn design their monsters the way they want them to be, want them to act, which is a little bit difficult. What I'm debating on doing is just having almost like a chess-like theme to it. I wouldn't say like necessarily like full chess theme, but keep that open just in case. Nope, didn't mean to hit that. Like the basic chessboard setup here. Oh, if I keep moving everything off to the side because I'm dumb. Alright. Goodbye. What's goodbye in Spanish? I don't know. That was a tad odd, but you know what? We like odd things here. Odd is good. But what I mean by getting with kind of the chessboard idea is that every fight's going to be kind of on a very square-based grid, and the ideas of welcome to late night streams. You see the full extent of humanity, and I love everyone who comes in here. But one of the ideas I want to get across is that I want to be able to set people up a little bit easier and have people be like, oh, hey, I want my monster to flank here, or I want my enemy to go here or counter this. I want there to be like that strategic element to thing along with like movement abilities and things like that, because I think that'd be fairly interesting. And it also kind of get me out of my rut. I talked about this in the last major game, the Saga of King Arthur, which I've been feeling that I've been in somewhat of a rut lately. I've been just kind of making games that haven't been terribly unique from one another, so I want to really get out of... Chess is a very good board game. Very old, very good. So yeah, I want to get the combat something akin to that. I'm kind of playing around with the concepts of movement, of being able to deal damage. I want to play with that and see what I can do with it. So I also want to get the idea that the kind of your main character, your main master figure here, i.e. you, the player character, is kind of the king. Yeah, it's kind of the king in some method, as they are very weak alone, and if you leave them alone and exposed, they're going to get killed, and i.e. you lose. But they also are kind of the more of the support area. Like, the master itself is not very strong, but they're not supposed to be tough and strong and be able to deal with enemies. That's why you have your creations. That's why you have your summons to fight on your side and be able to kill things that you dislike. So that's kind of my methodology. Goodbye, Yamro. Plug everything in. Have a good night. Should only be like 6 there, though, but yeah, c'est la vie. Was that crazy bastard been on his phone the entire time? Shine on, crazy bastard. Shine on. But that's kind of the... I'm even debating on adding in a kind of like an AP system, like a straight up action point system, just to play with the idea of combat a little bit more, and like individual monsters. Like, I wonder if I can get it across in like the Notepad document a bit easier. Let me see. So let's say, okay, that's a little bit small. We need to size up. Okay, so let's say our basic monster man here, monster man, is not monster. Yeah, is not man, the strangest monster. The idea that you can... God, I've lost my train of thought now. Okay, yeah. So, our monster man here, he's going to have movement abilities, he's going to have his attacks, he's going to have his element, he's also going to have how much AP he has, as well as, you know, other unique things about him that he can do. However, monster man here cannot be everything. He might be an absolute monster when he gets out into actual combat. When he gets close to someone, he's going to be able to beat you to death. The problem is, Monster Man moves incredibly slow. He lumbers along, and that means he can get picked away, he can get kited. Like, alright, why don't we do like a new monster like Fast Man? But Fast Man doesn't have any attacks. Or, you know, there's always these compromises with each of your mons that you have to kind of make do with. Well, how do you make that mon something valuable? Well, the key issue that I keep having initially with this kind of game, the big issue is Pokemon assumes it's one player. Pokemon assumes that you are one player and you have 6 Pokemon. I believe it's 6 Pokemon. That works because it's a computer. It is a game that you are playing by yourself, and there's one of you, 6 of it, and most fights are 1v1 or 2v2s. That's what 99% of fights in Pokemon are. You don't get like these mass 5v5, 6v6 fights. That's not how it is. You stand opposite each other and you punch each other in the face every now and again. That's how Pokemon functions. And a lot of other games, the key issue when it comes to summons is it breaks the action economy. And it makes complete sense. If you add anything to the action economy, you're getting more actions and the enemy is not. So what do you do with that? The issue that we're running into with Summoner is that there is going to be 3 to 5 players Plus there are X amount of Notamons. So what's preventing a character from saying, fuck it, I'm throwing out all my Pokemon at once? A lot of the Pokemon tabletop games out there right now, they counter this by saying, oh, well, officially and legally you cannot do that because this is a officially league-sanctioned game and you're not allowed to do that. Or they kind of just say you can't, or it makes controlling them harder. Like, there's a lot of exterior mechanics in place to stop people from doing that. And there's also the lore reason, and the fact that you are playing a literal Pokemon tabletop game, which honestly is a good method of stopping people from doing it. You're not playing any game, you're playing the Pokemon tabletop game, so you want to do that. Which one day I'll actually probably go through PTA and PTU and all the various other games, just because, you know what, actually, you know what I can do. Oh, didn't mean to hit that button. Go back to Miro. Books that need to get uploaded. So, I just want to give you the core concept, kind of why this entire fun and exciting adventure kind of kills me on the inside. This is Poker Roll, if I can get it actually started up. Poker Roll is like the hip new thing. That's the light version. It's the light kind. I do not doubt that Twitch is trying to kill your internet because it's Twitch. You should be able to lower the quality. I think I have that luxury. I believe I have that luxury that you can lower the quality. If anything, I'll see what I can. No God, only Twitch now. You're on Chrome, probably it's dying as well, in addition to everything I'm throwing up here. But this is your Pokemon game. Yeah, this is, as you can see, 489 pages. This game is freaking huge. And there's also just a lot of stuff in this game. Like, there's just stuff. And what I mean by stuff is, I mean there's a lot of things in this game. Like, oh, here's your trainers, and here's all your Pokemon stuff, and here's all your natures, and oh, don't forget, here's how you roll all the dice, and oh, look at all the dice. Oh, look at every single fucking Pokemon we decided to put in. Oh wow, look at it. Look at all the Pokemon, everyone. Why aren't you laughing like the Pokemon? Hello. Brother, I ain't gonna pronounce that name. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna call you Seb. How you doing, Seb? Welcome to the crew. We're going through Pokemon games because I'm trying to get information about my next game that I'm gonna be writing, called Project Summoner. I don't even want to know the story behind that name. I bet you is very long and very confusing, or you just smashed your face into a keyboard. So, regardless. But yeah, no, we are currently working on trying to get some notes done for my next big tabletop game, which is going to be Project Summoner. A game about, well, not playing Pokemon. But don't worry, it's not Pokemon. If you call it Pokemon, they're gonna come after me. They're gonna get the guns out and they're gonna beat me to death. I don't want to die. I don't want to get DMCA'd by the Pokemon people. They scare me. But one of the things that I find very interesting in a lot of these Pokemon games is that they go into graphic detail about everything. Also, welcome to the crew. I don't have a cool name, so you don't get, there's no cool names here. I'm sorry. You're just one of the guys. You're one of the bros, the fellas. And I'm just stealing that from Kappa Kaiju. I could do that. I'm a small streamer. It's like, all right, so like, look at all of these goddamn Pokemon that you have to worry about. Like, I don't want this. I do not want to have every single thing statted out. That's kind of ridiculous. That's not going to help anyone or anything. So one of the things that I've been kind of going back and forth on in my mind is, how do you fix the action economy in this? Then you know the sheer extent. So what I'm debating on is that each player character is normally only going to have one to two, three Notamons active at any time, but all using the same point. But each of them is using the same point buy pool. So at first, you don't want to have this excessive amount of Notamons available to you, because you're going to be spreading a little of so few points among, many different things, and you're not going to be useful. So you want to kind of focus in on one, get up big. Problem is, you're going to start running into situations where, hey, my one guy isn't useful anymore. Not strong enough. He's getting beat up. He's getting flanked. He's getting attacked. So you have to rely on your teammates to kind of cover your ass. Or you switch him out and get a new one. Get a new Notamon. They're just now called Notamons, by the way. Why? I don't know. I am also drinking, so if I start rambling, blame the alcohol. Oh, God. It's, If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask as well. I usually, these are my rambling sessions, as people unfortunately know them as. So... Hello, phone. One of the other things I'm thinking about is the summoner's attributes are effectively going to be some basic +1s, some +2s that affect all of their creations attributes, which again are going to be a series of +1s and +2s. +2 actually, which are going to be a more quote solid amount. So let's say our Notamon Monster Man is going to have, let's say, like a strength, we'll call it body, mind, soul, or something. Our bod's going to be 4, mind's going to be 1, and our soul's going to be 3. Our trainer, our summoner, is going to have bod +1, a mind +2, and a soul -1. Our Notamon Monster Man is going to look like this instead. So we have here, this is our base one, but boom, we have, our more customized one to our trainer. So it's almost going to be like a I don't know if you remember these from school at all, but the transparencies, you're going to put it over the document. You're going to put it over, like, okay, here's my basic monster. You're going to put your trainer's transparency over it, and it's going to say, well, you get a +1 to body, you get a +1 to this, +1 to that. I am going to have to use incredibly simplistic attributes just because of the sheer amount of numbers we're going to have to be calculating. And again, this is going to be on the table, which is going to be an issue. Fundamentally speaking, this is going to be on the table, which has its own amount of issues to it. Because again, it may seem easy at first. You're like, oh, well, yeah, I can calculate +1, +2s, but once you start getting the dice in there, once you start getting that, I haven't even thought of a dice system yet. Good God. A lot of them use dice pool. What I've noticed is a lot of games under this idea use dice pools, which I find very odd. Dice pools usually are pretty meaty in that regard. Let's bring up the other the main Pokemon game. Now the stream's going to kill itself real fast. Okay, so here's the other main Pokemon game. This is the Pokédex. This is we're still going. Oh, this is 570. Wait, no, it's still coming. 686 pages, everyone. 686 pages, and it has every single kind of goddamn monster Pokemon you can think of. Look at all these Pokemon. You like your Pokemon? We got your Pokemon. And this game uses like a lot of just like math behind things, which again, nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with math. I will always say that when it comes to games. Like, nothing is fundamentally wrong. It's just like, you gotta understand that people are gonna start taking shortcuts. Like, if there is a method for someone to take a shortcut, they're going to take it when it comes to the math. They're going to start rounding up. They're going to start doing things that you possibly don't want. What the fuck is that? Oh, Jesus. What is what are half of these Pokemon? I don't even know anymore. Like, I remember some of these. Others, I'm like, I don't remember any of these. I can guarantee you someone has drawn furry porn of this. I fundamentally know it, and that worries me looking at it. I hate it. Same here. Like, look at this. Come on. Good God. Pokemon, why? Why are you the way that you are, Pokemon? What the fuck is this? Looks like some kind of like Family Guy character. Oh Jesus. Okay, you know what? No. Can't keep looking. Pokemon bad, me no look. My head hurts if I look, and I've been drinking too much already. So if we want to keep a basic attribute, if we want to keep the attributes relatively simple, mind you, this is relatively speaking. Oh, geez. Hey, snap back into place. 3, 2, 1. Ah, there we go. Yep, okay. Sorry for deafening everyone. It's got to snap my back into place again. So, theoretically speaking, what would be the fastest, simplest way to do things? Well, chessboard system. We'll assume, as of right now, combat's going to be chessboard system. Which is to say that every single character is going to be operating on effectively a board that they can move around freely on. If anything, we can apply more of the GeneForge logic in that the creations themselves aren't entirely functional on their own. And since they're not functional on their own, that they have to be kind of ordered to do things. So that kind of fixes the action economy issue, because you have to make a decision, like in chess. If you're in check, you're being threatened, you have to move the king. You have to get the king out of there. However, if you are not in check, obviously, you don't need to move the king. Your king is not as threatened as other issues. But if you're moving your king, you can't move any of your other pieces. You know, this isn't fucking auto chess. So you're moving around, and you got to be able to understand how your trainer can react to problems that they are facing. So 3d6 system, maybe? It's not exactly the most unique thing in the world, but 3d6 does have a nice curve to it. 3 to 18, simple plus 3, plus 5. Plus 5 can mess things up, but plus 5, if you're rolling plus 5 with plus 5, that means you're pretty late in the game. If we assume that major if we assume the basic creation, and I mean real basic creation, has a maximum of, let's say, 3 attribute points. Not terribly strong. And let's make it even simpler. Again, we got our basic health, we got our basic concepts. So we're going to need to make a creature fairly simple to create. We need to make the creature fairly simple to move and do things with. And one of the other key things is we're going to have to make sure that every creature can be made like that. It needs to be infinitely easy to create. Why? Because that's important for this kind of game. We're banking on people making their own. And yeah, people might be invested. Welcome back to Stara. We've been talking about Project Summoner and my ranting about math. And so, welcome back to the fold. That sounds cultish. I usually would say we. Yeah, the royal we. And we have Seb here, I believe. I don't know if Seb is still here. He may have left because I am incredibly interesting to listen to as I rant incoherently. As the alcohol gets to my brain. But I don't know why I do refer to myself as we very often. Oh, like we're doing this, we're doing. I think people think I'm multiple people when I'm really not. I'm just me. I should really stop doing that, shouldn't I? Yeah. The current issue. The current issue that I am undergoing is that I am debating on what the dice system should be. What I was thinking about is a nice and simple D6 system because we need something lightweight. I don't want to go for a dice pool system because I feel dice pool may get a little bit complex, but that might also be good because this actually, if we go for dice pool system, theoretically, okay. Base numbers, ideas time, big thing time. Call this design theory time. This is what we do. Writing is a meme in these hours. So, if we go for the flat number variable, let's say a 3d6 system flat variable, our lower numbers are going to have to be something from like -1 to 1. Those are going to be our numbers for a starting creation. Nothing more, nothing less. As things grow in power, obviously you're going to have to make more sacrifices and start reducing attributes further. But again, these are your shitty starters, effectively, and they're going to grow in power, they're going to be stronger, and you're going to be able to invest more into them. But if we do that, numbers, we'd have to cap out the numbers somewhere. Cap them out at like 7, 8? No, we have to cap them out at 10, but 3d6 plus 10, that completely throws the numbers out the fucking window. And at that point, that'll be fairly late in the game, and if we're doing something like that, you can also just jack it up real fast, depending on how the math works out, which is going to be its own issue. So if I go dice pool D6, 5 6s succeed with no. Dice pool 4, 5, 5, 6, succeed. That or we just go guaranteed combat, but that's its own issue if we go guaranteed combat. Because then things will start getting complicated. But I don't want to do a D100 system. That's completely out the window. I don't think that's going to be appropriate in the slightest. Unless I go D20. Honestly, D20 may not be the worst idea. No, I don't think a D100 would work. I don't think percentile would work in this. Because you end up with such little... Yeah, D20 may be the right option. The best option? I don't know. Invent option is a good one. Well, that's the thing. Like, this is... One of the complexity of this game... I can already kind of see it now. The hard part is going to come from... There's going to be a lot of interactions. Because I want to have a map. I'm going to need a big list of just parts and bits and pieces. Each individual creation can be made. I want you, yes you, to be able to make Pikachu, to make Charmander, to make Bulbasaur with this system. I want you to be able to do that. I want you to be able to take all the parts, put them together, and make your own. But the idea being that, since we're kind of going more on the Geneforge idea, that if you, like, okay, I'm done with my Charmander here, I'm going to break him down for his base components and then recycle it. Make something new, make something else. What I was thinking about doing as well is that the concept of the creator, the creation mimics the creator, where as the creator, you're going to start adopting things as you advance in power, and all of your creations are going to start taking aspects of you. And so if you're super strong, all of your creations are going to be stronger than everyone else's. If you're kind of super smart, all your creations are going to be a lot smarter. So it's kind of that risk-reward factor there of like how you build your character. It's like, hey, I've adopted the skill of athleticism or something. You're going to get a bonus. You're going to get, all your creations are going to have athleticism because, again, you're athletic, therefore all your creations are going to be it. So... No, we're not going full eugenics. That's tainted bloodlines. Good God, if you want eugenics. I think it's going to be a lot more gradual. Because the thing is, inevitably everyone's going to find their niche. And that's kind of like how games work. Like classless games, classed games. Everyone's going to kind of gravitate toward their thing. I am strong man. I am smart man. I am rogue man. You know, everyone's going to find their thing that they do. So what I want to do is indirectly encourage that, but also being like, oh, hey, you're spec'd into fire. All of your minions are going to have the fire attribute. That's your thing. The problem is all of your minions now have fire, and anything that is your counter is you're going to have a bad time against. So you need to compensate against your allies. Being like, all right, I'm all fire, but you're all, earth, so we can kind of work together to kind of compensate our weaknesses. But that's kind of my idea there. If you want to go full eugenics, you technically probably could over-optimize your various creations, but I may follow a fellow dev who goes by Diamond. He originally went by Diamond Dude. He makes a lot of little weird games. A lot of little weird games don't get finished, but I digress. But he's like, he wanted a loyal, because when I was asking around, being like, okay, what does everyone think from this? Something akin to a loyalty mechanic. So possibly something that if you stick with the same beast for longer and longer and longer times, you're eventually going to obviously get attached to it. It's going to get attached to you, and you're going to be able to improve it a little bit more easy. So How that works, I don't know. I'm not there yet. But I think you're right. I think D20 would be best. It was a nice all-rounder. No, we need to do red. D20, not D20 plus flat mod system. Yeah, I think that was kind of the idea that I was going for. I didn't want the actual game itself to be complicated like some of these other games. Because I don't think you were here for the Poke Roll Nightmare or the excuse me, or the PTA Nightmare. I don't think you, but a lot of those games try to emulate the, I'll open up Poke Roll and this horrifying Family Guy abomination. Like, they try to emulate the games pretty closely. So you end up with a lot of little things that you wouldn't normally think about. Actually, I'm curious. Yeah, the fools. Is there a Gene Forge? Fuck. Star Cluster 4? I've never heard of this game. I'm in. I gotta know about it more. Star Cluster 4. Average rating 2. God, you know it's gonna be good. Yeah, both are 2 stars. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a fucking second. Oh God, it's a furry game. Huh. Interesting. I'm gonna have to take a look at this. Yeah, I think we may have found our brand new, thing we might do a little deep dive on. This seems... What the hell? This is why you look around. Because you find weird shit like this. Alright, you know what? I like this. Nice. 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 Oh, we found stuff. This is what we live for here, folks. This is what we live for. Finding weird shit on the internet. But let's see. It's weird because no one really... No comments. We're getting desperate when we're going to the spiderweb forums. Yeah, nothing. Interesting. There's nothing. No one's ever attempted the Gene Forge games. So this will be a first. In terms of the gameplay or tabletop RPG, I suggest a World of Warcraft board game kind of thing. Hey, Mac Girl, I've been drinking, so I'm okay. But going down the rabbit hole a little bit on some things, but we're working on Summoner. Trying to get all the bits and pieces. I'm not that drunk yet, but I can. What's this? Come on. I'm retelling the story of the first game. Oh, hello. Hello, Knuckle Lily. Ah, yes. Give me... Wizard path. What is this? In your get you can... Okay, now they're arguing about game balance. I ended up using GURPS. That's all. That's always a good sign. I ended up using GURPS. All right. All right, we got some. Yeah, have fun with that, Chico. Yeah, we know we're now going down the GURPS hole. There is no God, only GURPS. Steve Jackson is the only Lord and Savior of this place. Which gives me, we're going to make a copy of this. Of course we are. Drive. Project folder, dice. Zolder. We want to do Project Summoner. Alright, so we found a little bit more. Everyone's like, this is a terrible idea. It's hilarious, because everyone is saying it's a terrible idea, and that's exactly what I'm doing. What? Okay, abstract some skills. Yeah, everyone's like, use... Da 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 da. Yeah, no, we're not explaining GURPS here. This is a GURPS free channel. This is SPRUG Workshop, baby. We're bizarro GURPS. Would you believe that nobody's like... I had people being this like, wait, you mean that's what SPRUG means? Just backwards GURPS? I'm like, yeah. That's what it's always been. You're like, my God. But yeah, this is all about fucking back in like 2016 and just people like, yep, I'm gonna write this game, it's gonna be great, this is my thing now. I'm like, all right, so I can work with this. Oof, okay, I can do this. Alright, we're going off the basic idea. We're going off completely simple ideas. I think this is probably the best one. This right here is going to be the white whale of this project, is getting just a number of abilities and parts to connect together. Because what I may do is I may literally just have to take every single ability, every single thing I can find and just put it into a list of just options and concepts and ideas and just say, go for it. You want to create a 9-armed, cephalopod monster? Go for it. I can't stop you. You want to make a fire-breathing lizard monster? Go for it. I don't take Adderall. I take alcoholic beverages and dreams. Speaking about alcohol, I need to even out my beer. You are. That was another idea. To a degree, they could modify themselves. Well, they sort of modified themselves and sort of didn't. That's one of the concepts that I'm going to be playing around with, I think, is the idea of damn near body modding yourself to go nuts and have fun. Because, again, I want to get the idea of the creation reflects the creator. If you go insane and decide that you want to become adopt crazy scales all over your body through rampant abuse of mutations, yeah, all of your creations are also going to have scales in their body, because guess what? That's who you are. That's your creations reflect you, and for better or for worse. And if things go poorly, your creations are going to show it. Or you're going to have to buy off the negative aspects of it using your very limited amount of points. Now, I might do a class system. I might not. I don't know yet. Because this isn't going to be a Geneforge game. Yeah, don't take that as, the idea of like, oh, this is a Geneforge game. It's not. I don't want to commit to the idea of making a Geneforge game. I'm taking heavy inspiration from it. Do not get me wrong. And if you wanted to, could you run a Geneforge game in it? Damn straight. But I don't want to strictly restrict. I don't want to put myself in that little hole of saying like, okay, this is now a Geneforge game. So I last played the Geneforge games years ago. Okay, I think I only played the first one. I didn't play that much. It wasn't really my Avernum was my thing more than Geneforge. I didn't get Geneforge as much. But I'm curious to see how this works, because if we use the basic concepts of yes, Destara. Everything results in crab. Oh, I create what I believe in? Yeah, that's like 99% of what I do. I just create whatever the hell I feel like. And honestly, that's what propels me. The final evolution being a crab. Yeah, that... Honestly, that might be actually a situation I have to kind of address sooner rather than later, is someone jacking up a single monster to be the ultimate Ubermensch final destination evolution of, a Crabamon. Heavy armor, heavy defenses, heavy attacks, being able to literally do everything. needed of it. Kind of be able to, and I don't want every single monster to be variations of crabs, which that's going to be a thing. That's going to be an issue. I'm going to have to address that soon rather than later, I feel. But you know, because you know what they say about crabs, you know, more crabs in the bucket and pull everyone down. Even though that could be an incredibly amusing, mind you, incredibly amusing side game for April Fools. But I already have my April Fools project, so yeah, next April Fools, don't worry. Ops and Tactics Notepad Edition. It's coming out. It's gonna be great. Operationally challenged and tactically incompetent. But I feel the ideas are there. I think I have the concepts. I think it's just getting everything to function together, which is going to be the hard part. And avoiding Crabamons are going to be another major issue, which I'm hoping to avoid with the idea of the elements that, with, you know, elemental counters being a fairly major deal to deal with, or like, hey, flanking maneuvers and stuff like that, or hey, when it comes down to it, you know what you do if you're fighting another enemy master, you gank the master. Oh no, they have an invincible super crab monster coming out to kill you. Yeah, let's run around him and shank him in the asshole and kill him. Oh no, you're dead now, Lamau loser. You know, go home. Go home, GI. Go home. But let's see. I do want combat to be fast and punchy. That's going to be what I mean by fast and punchy is I want things to be resolved fairly quickly. So I think a D20 system is going to be the best for that. I probably could use something a little bit more detailed. I might switch that up to something a little bit with some more dice tricks involved in it. But I think the D20 with probably like an advantage-disadvantage system would probably be the easiest to work with. It probably would accommodate some of the punchy aspect of saying, surely drinking this alcohol will not make me more tired. Alcohol's a depressant? What are you talking about? I feel more alive than ever. Yay! And let's see. Honestly, I might double down on the chess themes. If I want a shorthand for a lot of combat things, I can double down on the chess themes, and I can also tie it to movement, which we could use some interesting things about how various creatures interact with each other and how they move. I think the big sections, I think the big major sections of this game, I think the first one is going to be actual Mon creation. Yeah, something akin to that. Even like certain legs and certain concepts behind that being like, oh hey, you know, this Mon can, yeah, you can get some like very basic movement, but like every Mon has access to like very simple movement, but like, oh hey, this Mon can leap in an L shape, i.e. kind of like a knight. Or this Mon, you know, can rapidly dash. What I mean by, you know, at the base kind of everything off the idea of the creation of the Mons is everything will inevitably come down to how do the Mons function in it. And if the Mons don't function in it properly, it has to get scrapped, which doesn't seem like that big of an issue right now, but adding gradually more things, but the problem is, like, to get to the Mons, you got to get to the character creation, got to get that sorted. Once that's sorted, you can get to the mods. You can get, it's a cascade, which is the issue of addressing one issue will address issue 2, which will address issue 3, which will address issue 4. But if any part of that little chain gets disrupted, everything starts falling apart, which I'm hoping isn't the case. But I feel the biggest parts of this project are going to be combat, because I think I'm going to go a little bit ham on it. I think, again, I'm going to use the AP system, which I'm going to be stealing a little bit of ideas from, I don't know if you guys know Stormforger at all. He is a New Zealand-based, they are a New Zealand-based, I believe, company, or like a production group of producers anyway, that do some stuff. I'm doing a little bit of work for them. I'm not getting paid for it, but I said I didn't want to get paid for it because it's pretty easy stuff. But I'm going to be stealing a little bit of ideas from one of their latest projects I have been helping them with. You know, with a lot more the concept of like abilities and stuff like that, which I feel that could be effective in what I'm going to kind of go in with here for the chess themes. And that game they're working on, it's called Dungeon Tactics, is really fascinating because outside the fact that it's diceless, it's entirely driven by a guaranteed action, which I've dabbled with guaranteed action before, but I don't think I'm going to be dealing with it in this game at all because I don't feel that's appropriate. But there's going to be an aspect of it in this one, of, you know, making moves correctly, getting everything in place, and also using the AP system, kind of an action point system, which I feel would fit nicely. If anything, we could do like a tiered to various mons, like your basic tier mons are going to get one action point. They can do one action a turn before they gotta rest, and everyone else takes their turn. Tier 2 are going to get 2 action points. They can do 2 things. Tier 3 are going to get 3 points. They're going to be able to do 3 things and do really kind of interesting kind of interactions with things. And certain moves are going to cost more AP to pull off, and etc., etc., etc. So I think pulling that, you're kind of seeing where the cascade's falling in here. To address this point, you have to address the point before it, to address the point before it, to address the point before it, and then you got to address everything else. Am I saying this is going to be a complicated project, though? Honestly, I don't think so. I think this project is ultimately going to entirely be based around getting this, the combat section, and this done. The point buy and the custom monster rules and the combat. I think that's going to be the main 2 problem children of this game. Once those get solved, honestly, I think this game is going to be real simple to make. I think everything else falls into place when those 2 major hurdles are done. And overall, I don't really know what else to expand on outside of those 2 major aspects for Summoner, because there isn't. Geneforge is really known less for its combat, less for its, shaping and stuff like that, and more for its story, which story ultimately means nothing when you're designing mechanics. Hot take, everyone, story doesn't really mean a lot. And now sometimes story means quite a bit. What I mean by that is, hey, story is kind of plays into the mechanics and it affects things that go on. Sometimes it happens. But am I saying that when you are designing a game, it's not kind of more of a broader spectrum kind of game, is story important? No, because any story can be told in any setting. Any system can tell any story, you feel like. But it's how those stories are told and the settings in general are told. Like Stalker, for example. If you want to make a Stalker tabletop RPG, you want to run a game about being duty soldiers, you can. If you want to run a game about being freedom soldiers, you can. You want to be some cheeky beaky stalkers going on cheeky beaky adventures, perfectly valid. Those are completely different stories. Those are completely different ideas, but you can use the same system, same mechanics for all of them, because they're effectively using the same idea, same world, same everything. You're just employing the different, applying the mechanics in different ways. And that's one thing I want to get across in this game, is that overall, the story is up to you, the game master and the players, of what develops from there. If you want to play Pokemon, I want you to get those options to play Pokemon. And I might actually make that like a side rule. Being the idea of like, hey, you want to play Pokemon mode? Pokemon mode is effectively investing your points early on, and when they hit a certain point, you can invest more. And when they hit a second tier of unit, you invest all your points in them, you bring them up the second tier, and they're better. They get more strength, get more power, get more abilities. Cool. That's the point. Or if you want to play Gene Forge mode, yeah, they don't change at all, and they don't really have a personality. Break them down. This person has served their purpose. I'm debating on it, yeah. I think that would probably be best. What I'm thinking about doing is, a really simple skill system. I think I can play with that with the advantage-disadvantage system. A very simple skill system. Yeah, outside of that, again, things like skill system, maybe something even akin to like magic, if I want to go down more of the Gene Forge route, which I think is probably going to be the most appropriate. Again, like, hey, yeah, I know your trainer, your summoner, however, I don't even know what I want to call him yet. We're that early in. Being like, yeah, I know you're technically a magician. You can do magic shit if you feel like, if that's your jam. Or specialize more in various schools of thought for training. Being like, hey, I'm a very aggressive person. I want to pretty much force my Notamons to do cool things like fight better, fight faster, or get additional AP if they destroy an enemy. Or I'm more defensive. I want them to resist damage pretty hard, or I want them to hold down an area and be able to attack when someone's moving by. I might go down the more tactics route. I might do, the idea being that the trainer reflects the Notamons, your creations. The creator reflects those, and vice versa. So having skills in certain areas will give your creation certain ones, but having certain skills in other areas or certain abilities, something like that, may not give it to your Notamons, but you can use them on your turn. Instead of moving or attacking with your Notamon, you are, hey, I'm going to use my character and activate the trainer, and he's going to use his doctrine of offense, and he's going to say like, hey, Notamon, punch him faster, or something similar. Or just say screw it and have him run up and beat up fucking someone's Charmander to death with a stick. Yeah, I want that to be valid. Pokemon would be a lot different, if Ash Ketchum just pulled out a fucking Glock against any of it, fucking Gary. Being just like, chick bitch, and like, I'm ready. And just like, hey, how you doing, asshole? Oh, that's a really nice Pokemon you have there. It would be a shame if you got a fucking 9mm shoved in its head. Like, tis a shame. Yes. It would be a real different story. Oh, that worries me. Oh, someone knows their Pokemon lore. I know it was the manga. Jet Fighter Pokemon. I gotta look up that. You know where we're going, everyone. Let's look up the Jet Fighter Pokemon. Fighter jet Pokemon? That is a fighter jet Pokemon. Why is it recommending me Garchomp? Hi Garchomp. How you doing? Munchlax? What's Munch? Evolves into Snorlax. Okay, I like Snorlax. Oh, jeez. Up. Okay, wait, we go back. I feel like I misclicked something. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, duh. Speed of sound while searching for... Yeah, we don't talk about Pokemon and being, like, really stupid. Yeah, Pokemon are dumb. Yes, Pokemon are really dumb. Like, I can... I'm gonna wrap up here soon, but I can ramp about fucking Pokemon. Pokemon are retarded. Pokemon are real stupid sometimes. Because you get things like, oh yeah, it goes faster than the speed of sound, or oh... Yeah, this one, is like Ghost of Dead Children and shit. It's like, oh, cool. Yeah, like Spiritomb. Oh, wow. I wonder what... 238 pounds. Oh, wow. Chatot. Like, random Pokemon. Explore more Pokemon. Give me a random Pokemon. Okay, okay, I'm gonna close this out. Someone has made porn of this, definitely, at some point. Yeah, 460. This thing is 9 feet tall. 9 feet. Yeah, fucking Pokemon are terrifying. Because they make no goddamn sense at some points. I mean, look at this thing. This thing is 9 feet. Yeah, okay, this is like a special cool crown shield. Yeah, this thing is 1,700 pounds. It's like, this is insane. All right, let's look at it. Let's look at some other Pokemon. Yes. What's this? The Cursola. Alright, shell overflowing with height otherworldly energy. Ectoplasm serves a protection of the Pokemon's core spirit. Yeah, well, don't have no fear, everyone. It's a coral Pokemon. You don't want the coral Pokemon? The Berserker. Is hardened hair. It's 2 feet but 61 pounds. It's a Viking Pokemon. How little I know about the Viking Pokemon. That's... Motherfucker, that's... Motherfucker, that is... Look at this. I want you to grin snarl. Let's go. Yeah, oh, this is the fucking Family Guy Pokemon. That, yeah, this is... Why? Why does this exist? This is someone's DeviantArt OC. Yeah, also can just fucking stab them. Yeah, I'll be like, oh, have no fear. This is my fucking, new OC. You can't... Yeah, what... Again, someone has made porn of these things. I want you to remember that. Someone has decided they want to stick something with... Yeah. Like something has been stuck in some place that is bad and we don't want it. But like, yeah, no, Pokemon's like really dumb, like really stupid sometimes. And there's nothing wrong with it. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with it being really dumb. I'm just saying that everyone's creatively bankrupt later on. Here's Geodude. That's just a rock with arms. That's just a rock that punches you. That's just a big rock that punches you. And that is now a completely different animal. Like it. Pokemon's really dumb. Like, the more you look at Pokemon, the dumber it gets. And again, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm okay with it. You know, Pokemon's its own thing. But, like, guys, just look at it. Look at. Look, I mean, the wild monkey Pokemon. Why do we have a wild monkey Pokemon? Like, oh, have no fear. We found Gardevoir. We all know what Gardevoir is like. Oh, God. You know, I'm just going to leave Gardevoir up on screen because we all know what happens with Gardevoir. What's Mega Gardevoir? Oh, wow, everyone. Look. It's the other one. It's the other Pokemon that people have made an absurd amount of pornography of. Wow. Hey, Guzzler. The thing is 18 feet tall and almost 2,000 pounds. 18 feet. Like, what would be like the best way to even like comprehend 18 feet? For, you know, Mecha Girl here, that's like about 5.5 meters. Like, that's just. That just brings up further questions. Yeah, that again. Can I capture any? Can humans be captured in the Pokeball? Is that the question? Like, that's the question I want to know. That's just Mankey. That's. Look at that. Like, Pokemon are weird. I think that's the thing I'm trying to get across here right now. Pokemon are very weird. Oh. Have no fear, everyone. It's Gigamax. It was 91 feet tall. Yeah, we're not going to talk about the fact that this thing is 91 feet tall. This is Super Charizard. But, like, it's Mega Charizard. Like, it's weird when you realize that technically I'm larger and heavier than fucking Charizard. Like, oh yeah, Charizard's a massive creature of God and anime. And being like, no, he's actually really not. And then he's just like, yeah, let me mega evolve into something larger than most, you know, fucking land animals. All right, let's go to my boy Blastoise. Tell Gigamax Blastoise. Oh, he's only 82 feet and he gets a fucking cannon on his back. Blast a hole in a mountain. 82 feet tall. 82. I want you to put that into your mind there real fast. 82 81 feet tall. That's just a cannon. And I'm still heavier than this thing. I feel fat. I feel very fat that my fucking Blastoise is a manlet. Let's see. Let's get it. I remember these things. Impleons. Yeah, because I was a Piplup gamer. So I only went water type because I'm an asshole, I guess. Oh my god. How big are you? Okay, let's look at the donkey Pokemon. It's literally, it's in the category of donkey. It's in the category of donkey, everyone. Yeah, okay, here. Thank you. So, we'll give you an idea of 18 feet. Like, that is 18 feet. Well, let's do 90 feet. Like, you are so, like, astronomically small at that point. Like, no. Stop it. Like, with this thing, this is 6 feet tall. This is and I'm still heavier than it. Am I a Pokemon? Can I be classified as one because of how big and heavy I am? This is just the donkey Pokemon. This is just a donkey. Like, guys, please. Don't worry. Mudsdale. Wait a fucking second. Wait a fucking second. Wait it. Okay. I want you to remember that this giant monster dinosaur man is smaller than this horse, and weighs significantly less. Like, yeah, this thing is pretty big. Not gonna... Can this horse even, like, stand on its own, or does its legs just shatter when it moves? Over to carry 10 tons, it can carry 20,000 pounds. Like it's nothing. It's just a fucking Superman. Now, mind you, I want you to remember this 8 foot tall, 2,000 pound horse evolved from this 3 foot tall, 242 pound animal. I want you to remember that. That's all right. Okay. Now we get to play the game of someone has made porn of this. Someone has done terrible things to this creature. Wait a fucking second. Wait. I need to go back. We're going on a magic adventure. Okay. I want you to look at Mudsdale here. HP. Roughly speaking. Let's zoom in a little bit. Look at its HP. Now, we're going to loon toss. Zoom in a little bit. Okay, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want you to remember that this 3 foot tall, 40 pound monster technically might have the same amount, if not a little bit less, than this absolute lad, this absolute unit. And it still has more than fucking Venusaur. It has the exact same as fucking Venusaur. I am so mad. I'm getting... What's the Gigamax Venusaur? There's Gigamax Venusaur. If these vines landed to a 10-story building, they could easily topple it. Let's look at the height, everybody. 78 feet. Now, okay, 78. Yeah, again, you would get crushed by this thing's very presence. Like, this makes kind of like 7 feet, like 8 feet tall. 8 feet tall, 345 pounds. Again, a little light, but alright, cool. I mean, I guess. Like, okay, Bulbasaur. Alright, you know, you gain about halfway, got about another pound on you. Okay, 3 extra feet, and, okay, you gain about 100% more weight. Am I fat-shaming Bulbasaur? Yes. And don't Mega get, like, super-duper awesome? Is that the paper Pokemon? No, this is the sword Pokemon. How can I forget? Who is... It's the This is 1 foot tall and 0.2 pounds. I want you to remember that. This is 1 foot tall. 1 foot. Like I... Yeah, this is the origami sword Pokemon, the folded 1,000 times Pokemon. Let's do the Deadma. What are you? Oh, we got Gigamax Deadma. Oh, Deadma. Yeah, 3. Yeah, no, this is now a Pokemon stream, by the way. You want me to be honest? I thought that said the failing Pokemon, not gonna lie. This is... Sorry, other viewer who has popped in now. Yeah, we're looking at Pokemon and feeling sad about ourselves. Here's... Jeez, this thing is 7 feet tall. This thing is 7 feet tall. And it's stronger than... I want you to picture this. Just picture a 7 foot tall bear, like cuddly bear monster, like sneaking up behind you in the middle of the night. You're like, man, life's great, and being this like, I want to befriend you, and you just crush your bones. This is why I don't. That's why you don't trust bears. Let's see. Okay, that looks completely. That looks okay. Let's. God, I don't even know half of these fucking Pokemon. No, okay, no. This looks incredibly inspired. Oh, how can I forget? It's a god, everyone. It's another god. So... it is also not even 4 inches tall. It is 0.04. And it weighs a little more than a ton. Okay, let's look at... Alright, 13 feet, and it loses weight. It loses a significant amount of weight. Alright, that makes sense. Cool. Okay, you still lose a lot of weight, and it only becomes 11 feet tall. Yeah, so, moon, sun. Don't worry, guys. We're opening an ultra wormhole as the energy and life form that other worlds called here to this world. So yeah, this is all of these are alien Pokemon. I want you to remember that. Here's your alien Pokemon. Hope you like it. This thing is 2 feet tall and it's 27 pounds, and this is the muscular Pokemon, and this is its oh my god, it's another manlet. That makes absolutely no sense. Hello, Conkeldurr. Hello, my name is Conkeldurr. The scent that constantly emits from its fur is so powerful that this Pokemon's companions will eventually lose their sense of smell. That's terrifying. Can I throw it? Make it... Alright. Trains hard to perfect the move. The moves it masters will determine which form it takes when it evolves. 2 feet tall, 26 pounds, and it only evolves into this one. Oh, wait, no, there's other ones. So we have Rapid Strike and Single Strike. Then Gigamax. This is 95 feet tall. This is 95 feet tall. 95 feet fucking tall. That is 90 feet tall. Look at that's 90 feet tall, everyone. And it will punch you in the face. Its goal in life. Okay, this is only 85 feet tall. It's not even that. You're not a Pokemon at that point. You're a Godzilla monster that hates you, that wants to kill you and eat your family. See, this is the Pokemon I can vibe with. It's 9. There you go. This is the I have given up dragon, the Drampa. All right, I'm down. That's just an anchor. That is a rape fish if I've ever seen. That is a fish that does terrible, terrible things to animals that it does not. Oh, hello, Sky's Pokemon, Mimikyu. Hello, Budget Pikachu. It stays asleep from the moment it's born. When it falls into a deep sleep, it stops moving. Okay, that means it dies. What do you mean it can change type? Type null. It's a synthetic. I want you to... Here's the Sandcastle Pokemon. Think of what unfortunate god created... Yeah, Grudges of the Dead have possessed a mound of sand has become a Pokemon. I'm getting more concerned about what Pokemon are at this point. Like it just keeps getting worse. That's just the monkey Pokemon. That's just an orangutan. That is just an orangutan. That is something you put on your head, kids. Like, oh, Jesus. What? 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 Is that the... It's the fruit Pokemon. Why is the fruit Pokemon getting eaten? That's horrifying. Yeah, the long, feared Pokemon has long, slender legs and a cruel heart. It shows no mercy as it stomps on its opponents. A kick from the heart and tips of this Pokemon's leg leaves the opponent's body and soul that will never heal. It is also 47 pounds and 4 feet tall. Yep, it's... Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, oh no, oh no, oh Lord. Oh, no, 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 no. Why are we here? Just to suffer? Every night. Feel my pain. Oh no. Oh no. Oh God, no. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Oh. Oh no. Oh, okay, someone has faffed to that. Someone has done terrible things. Someone did not win No Nut November to this. That's just a person. That's just a person. Someone is LARPing as a Pokemon. So here's a question for everyone. If you dress up as a Pokemon in the Pokemon universe, are you a furry? Or are you a Poke furry? How does that work? Or is that just like a normal accepted thing? Yeah, no, just like, are you just like a normal... Someone has fapped to that. Someone has done terrible, terrible things with that image. Like, you want me to be honest? I'm surprised we haven't seen more. Like more, like, pornography yet. And I say that, and I fucking say that, and Fur Affinity comes to save the day. God, you are the worst superhero, Fur Affinity. I don't like you anymore. You're the worst. Also, for context, if that is 4 feet tall, this child is about 8.5 feet tall. I want you to remember that. I just want you to... I want you to now to just embrace the fact that child is about 9 feet tall, and... Yeah, it's 3'11". So, oh shit. So yeah, 3'11", and we can only assume. So if we check the chart again, that's if that's 3'11". That's not even halfway up. That's like Am I saying that child is 9 feet tall? Yes, I am actually. Actually, you know, let's be conservative. Let's be real conservative. There we go. Am I saying that child is 8.5 feet tall?
No.
Oh, yeah, that is just... No, that's not the previous evolution. That's not it. 'Cause look. Actually, is it? No, it doesn't have a little curl. The other one doesn't... The previous evolution doesn't have the little curl. This is Arena. Because it has the curl. If it doesn't have the curl, it's not that. Oh, there's Gardevoir. I'm just gonna leave that image right there. I'm gonna let that sink in for a minute. I want you to remember that someone took the time out of their day to draw a Pokemon holding what appears to be a bastardized M16. That's just a thing that's happening now. That's just a I'm not drunk enough to do this. I do not drink enough. I am a broken man. I am a broken human being. I need help. I wonder what happens when I Google Gardevoir. Alright, not too bad, not too bad. It's only Gardevoir. Nothing bad ever happens to Gardevoir. Right, everyone? Right. Nothing bad ever happens to Gardevoir. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, it's getting worse. Oh no. It's getting worse, everyone. Gardevoir, please. Gardevoir. I actually liked you, Gardevoir. You were a fun Pokemon. You were psychic. Gardevoir, please. No, Gardevoir. Oh, what? No.
No. No. No.
Why are their feet picks? Why are their feet? What is this? No. No, you weren't supposed to exist. Every day, God... Every day, God... We stray further from God's light. What the fuck? What the fuck? What? No, no. No, I'm not going to click on that one. That's a no-no on this book. You know what? I'm out. Yo, wow. Okie dokie then. Why is that? Why is there inflation porn? Why is there inflation porn in this house? You know what? You know what? That's done. We're done. We're done. We are done. We got what we need. I don't want to be here anymore. I want to go home. I want to sleep. I don't want to. Star, you don't pay me enough for this. I don't get paid at all for any of this. I do it for free. Well, I have been debating on starting up a Patreon. I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to be, no. Goodbye, everyone. Have a nice night. Godspeed, good luck. Just remember, the bunny creature will find you in your sleep and break your bones with a hug. God save us all.